Salud, familia! Look, new space, new office. Let me show you real quick. So you can see, here is going to be, well, that's what you're going to see in the videos. The desk, ring light with the camera, kids, and my reading space. The couches are going to be changed in the near future, but that's pretty much what we got going on. I went to the Ray Beach, spent a day with the family, but also had a great conversation with Chris Brisson. I want to share a video. We'd love to know what you think about it.
Hi, everybody.
Saludos, familia.
What's up, familia?
I'm with Chris from Code Loop. So what happens?
Hold on, you gotta wait for people to show up.
To people to show up.
Yeah, people are gonna show up. Don't you gotta wait for them?
Watch the replay.
That's it.
What happens when two entrepreneurs finish a conversation, record a video, and have a little bit of whiskey?
Pass out.
They talk about marketing, sales.
Pass out on the beanbag.
By the way,
it's Friday at like 3:30.
it's Friday. It's Chris Brisson. If you don't know, Code Loop, sales message. I'm gonna drop the link in the comments down below. But you know, I can't find good whiskey in the States, in Florida. So if you know anybody anywhere, and don't tell me the Turkey or Crown Royal, that's not whiskey. That's garbage.
This is good stuff.
Good whiskey. So we were talking about sales, marketing strategies for small business, and Chris said,
"Yeah, man."
Chris said,
"Direct mail."
Direct mail. Why direct mail?
Because it works. You know, I think everyone stays so focused on. I mean, Facebook advertising works really well too. You know, but I think people just don't get mail, and people don't get handwritten letters. So I'll give you an example. So when we moved into this building, I wanted to meet everybody that was on the 3 floors.
But you're a marketer. You go back. I bet you went over there and you handed them something.
No. I wrote a letter.
Oh.
So I wrote a letter. It was a picture of me, Sarah, and Seth. Seth was working with us at the time. And we took a photo of us, just, a picture of us, like a selfie. And on the letter, I forget the headline, but it was just a 1-page letter. And it was like, hey, I want to meet you. Like, we just moved in. We're new to the building. I want to meet who we work with, in the same building. And there's a bar downstairs. And so we said, hey, on Thursday at 4 o'clock, blah, 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 come downstairs. We meet us all. You know how many people showed up?
How many?
Like 20. But it was a letter. I could have sent him an email. I could have called him. I could have Facebooked him. I could have done all that sort of stuff, right? Now, the reality is you can take that same concept and apply it for your local business, right? Like even Call Loop. Literally, if I just pulled up every address over here, wrote a letter, hey, I'm Chris. I work in this building. Here's what we do. I'd love to show you how you can use text messaging. Right? Like, I bet I could probably get maybe 30% meetings with everybody, right?
So why you don't do it?
I have.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have. It works. Like, it works. But I think the reality is like, stop being so corporate and start being just more real, right? Like, we all get that we can't write perfect. We don't have perfect grammar. You speak, English, but also
Spanglish.
You're Spanish. Right, and so like you can use that to your advantage, and I think just being personal with people, like sending them a letter, taking a picture of you, right? Like people like to talk to people; they don't want to talk to robots.
It's true.
So like literally, I mean, if you're a small business, you want to get business, boom, find who your core market is, go into whitepages.com, get their address, and write a letter. Write a simple personal letter.
I say copy that what Chris said. I say. Even if you've been in the building for a year, write a letter and say, we've been here for a year. We do X, Y, Z. Let's go and have a chat. Or I want to know how, who my neighbors are.
Yeah.
It works.
Right.
What else besides direct marketing? Because those are sneaky marketing strategies.
No, it's not. That's so easy. It's not sneaky. What's sneaky about it? You're writing a letter to somebody. That's not sneaky.
Look at your evil smile.
No, it's not. Why is that sneaky?
It's sneaky because
it works.
Yes, because
no one else is doing it.
It's stealth.
Yeah,
it's stealth. But what I mean sneaky is I don't mean sneaky in the bad way. I mean sneaky that I know why I will write the letter. I want to meet people. I want to have a conversation. I want to talk about my product and services, possibly getting some clients, but also knowing so it's more than just meeting my neighbors.
Right.
It's a sneaky marketing.
But that wasn't sneaky. Like, it's not like I went out to find everybody in the building to get business from them. It was just like, hey, I want to meet you guys. Yeah. That was it. You know, did I get clients from it? I don't think so.
No.
I don't care though. But again, you know, we went out to other businesses and we sent direct mail to people and we got meetings. We got clients from it. And so that works. So like, I don't know, another strategy I think works really well is there is every 3 months I get an email from this clothier. And this woman basically sends me an email, hey, I'm in your town. Our company does custom fitted suits and clothing and this and that. Is it okay if I stop by your office? I never reply to her, but I really want to. I just know that she may be really expensive, right?
So
I think that there's something interesting about that.
There is a market for that. I use the tailor store, and I have tried other services that they send you the box at home, and you keep whatever you want and whatever you don't want, you send it back. And I think that creates time for people like you and me. But for the average person, they want to shop around. They want to go to the mall. For me, going to the grocery store is a waste of time. Yeah. But there are people.
Instacart.
There are people that they can't wait to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
I can hate Walmart. Cheap prices, but
yeah. No. You know, as you're talking, I was just thinking. Have you ever sent a video to every one of your customers, like a personal video?
I have sent, not to everyone. I have if we go to my YouTube account, more than 50% of my videos are unlisted, and they are two person. Right. Look, I found this on your website. This is how you fix it, or thank you, for doing that webinar or that interview with me. Yeah. To my when I was doing my master's, I sent a video to my instructor, and she's like, I've been teaching for 22 years, and you're the first person to send me a video. So I use video.
Yeah, it's I started to do that recently.
Yeah,
and it's amazing how you can get past like a barrier, how you can get to a conversation, and how you can actually reactivate people. There's customers that canceled, so I'll record a video like, hey, what's up, it's Chris, just want to record a video. Let me know what happened or what we can do, and hey, hop on the phone and give you a call. So it like breaks through that personal like touch really quickly. And I was thinking about, because you talk about Kevin Nations and all those guys selling big ticket stuff, and I think it'd be really, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking personally here, but to get clients, right? Like a simple way to get clients is to help them solve that immediate problem. So I'll give you an example. So I saw something the other day, and it's $1 consultation. So it's this one company, they're multi-million-dollar agency, and their whole model is it's $1. You have an hour with me for $1. And so they just do a consultation, talk about whatever they want, they dive into it, but at the end of that, you're like, hey, how can you help me out? Or hey, that's the problem. So it's such a simple, like, it's rather doing a free consult.
Have you done it?
I haven't done it.
Are you?
No. I recently just saw it. I was like, you know what? It's such a simple idea. Like, why not just do it?
So why you haven't executed it? You know what?
So many things.
Next Monday.
That's like the name of your question. It's like, Chris, why haven't you done that? Why haven't you done that?
You know what? That's a great name for a book.
Why haven't you done it?
Why have you done it? Why?
Time, resources, and
next Monday,
and willpower.
$1 consultation, $1 for an hour.
There you go.
Yeah. So
fill up your week.
You pay only on Monday. We're gonna take sales, or not sales, or orders or spots on Monday, and you pick the day, and we figure out. I figure it out. $1. I'm going to execute.
That's all I'm saying.
I think. I enjoy the entrepreneur lifestyle. I enjoy the freedom to control my time. But like I mentioned in the beginning, I think sometimes we get into the comfortable spot and we lose momentum. I think once I believe,
You're not hungry.
I believe, well, I think the more we associate with people that, let's say that I have a conversation with you right now. We may or may not do business, but I leave energized and I say, you know what, I'm going to do something. And why not have more conversations like that more frequently, once a week, let's say, and keep that motivation just to do something, because we are alone. Who's going to motivate us if it's not us? So,
Yeah.
but we talked about not drinking or exercising or lifting weights or whatever, but why not seeking that person that, to spark that idea, that conversation? So
Yeah.
you know
We need to be challenged.
Yeah.
It's easy. I wouldn't say it's easy to get comfortable because it takes a while to get comfortable, but it's people follow people that like actually follow through. Have you ever like a friend, right? I've had many friends that have like, they've gotten fat and they lost a bunch of weight. And guess what? Everyone goes, "Oh my God, how did you do it? What did you do?" The reality is they just did the work. It wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything unique that it's a magic pill. It was like, look, I exercise, I eat right.
It's 60.7% special.
Right. There you go. But,
No, I get what you're saying.
People that follow through get the reward.
Yeah.
Right? And so like just the fact of following through and getting a result can turn into a business. Great examples, 37 days. Right? That credit report book. But guess what?
Yeah.
Shitty credit, had a problem, hired a company.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. Right?
So are you gonna
wasted money. Like, all right, gotta figure it out.
Are you gonna buy it back?
Maybe. But went through the journey, learned how to repair credit, and then through that journey, documented and then profited from
Not to put you on the spot, but I'm a firm believer on mindset and self-taught. Not the secret type like you put out there, whatever.
Right.
But I'm a firm believer of like not calling yourself stupid or
Yes.
And what about the maybe? Do you believe that you should tell yourself, I'm going to do it, I will not do it, I got to execute this before I make the decision, and eliminate the maybe, or do you think maybe it's okay?
Well, I think it goes to a deeper root, which is integrity, right? And coming from the military, I'm sure you're familiar with that, right? So, it's either you are, you're within integrity or you're, out of integrity. And saying yes maybe is not really an answer, right?
So for us,
like, it's either you're either going to commit to it because you are your word, right? Or you can commit to something, and then if things change, you can you can restore integrity.
Yeah.
Go, hey, listen, I made a mistake. I just want to let you know, blah blah blah. Things have changed, but it's about integrity.
That's right? One of the biggest things.
Keeping your word.
One of the biggest takeaway from me in the Air Force was that.
Yeah.
But not just and I do agree. Things change, life happens.
You have to restore that.
But
right?
For me, integrity is more about doing the right thing when nobody's looking.
Right.
So, I grew up around a lot of people that it's always trying to hustle the next person. What if I just try to help instead of taking? And that's always been my approach, whether I get a business from you or from the pastor in North Carolina. Yesterday I sent him a link, you should do Mimo. We've been talking about live streaming. I said, try Mimo. It might be easier for you. Set it up. This is the stand. It's minimalistic, simple. You put it on the middle. It's not going to be obstructing anybody's view. And he was happy. So, I'm going to go to North Carolina, set up some live streaming for him, but we just got to set up the day. But doing the right thing, I think, when nobody's looking.
Well, you bring up a good point, right? So there's this kid, Caleb Maddox. Have you
Yes.
seen that kid?
Yeah,
He's like
no.
15.
I know, but
Kid's a rock star.
I know. And do you think he's
But hold on.
genuine or he's been
It's
pushed?
not about him. It's about something he said. So I heard him speak, and he was, of all the speakers, like the best. This kid was really good. He's 15 years old.
Mhm.
Amazing motivational speaker. Like, what? I mean, it's just like, holy crap. But he said something that I took note of, and I was like, wow, that's so true. And so the quote or whatever it was basically, I'm quoting a 15-year-old, but which is basically when things are going right for you, right, or you're down and you're out, how can you help somebody else? Because that's going to bring you the joy to get you back to where you want. So, there's times where you're down, or there's times where you're thinking about just you, and there's thinking like, why don't you have that? Or, oh, look at them, like all the emotions that we all go through. And when that happens, like go to a protocol or a default of like, how can I help somebody? Boom, maybe you can post something on Facebook. I'm like, hey, I'm going to do open whatever. Like, turn it around, because it's kind of like that, that state. When you get in that state, that is a very quick way to go back to gratefulness. Go back to
gratefulness.
Yeah.
That's another good name for another book. Go back to gratefulness.
Yeah. We got 2 good books.
2 good books.
So
when you're publishing your book,
I don't know.
so many things.
You're gonna say, why didn't you do that?
So many things.
One day.
I started writing. So I started writing Freedom to Focus.
Freedom to Focus. It's a good name.
And
or Focus to Freedom. It's actually better. Flip it around, right? Because the focus will actually give you the freedom you want. Not really the freedom will give you the focus.
I'm looking for a pen. Oh, there you go. I have a pen.
Right, because you think about it, everyone's really distracted.
We're talking about mind dump, so
focus to freedom. That's a good one.
That was it, and I have 10.
That would be a really good challenge, right? Which would be, because everyone is so distracted. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to do this. I think people love challenges, right? And especially when there's a community to help support that, like people actually follow through. So, it could be a 2-week challenge or a 7-day challenge or a 14-day challenge or a 30-day challenge.
So why we haven't done a cold loop challenge?
What would it be?
That's a good question.
That is the question. A cold loop challenge, yeah, what would it be?
Higher.
How to generate your first 100 subscribers.
I was gonna say higher open rate, but really that's
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, how to generate your first 100 subscribers challenge, something like that. Yeah. Freedom to focus. So 30-day focus challenge.
I thought you said focus to freedom.
Focus freedom. There you go. Yeah. But focus on one task, because that's so true. I mean, in reality, it's like when you are laser focused on one thing. That's why I was like, oh, for 1 month, if I just focused on 1 month on that thing, I know I could get that like turned around.
So lately I've been scheduling each project for a day. So today I work on Sergio's, tomorrow I work on Abner's, and tomorrow, and then I have time to do, because in the past I think I neglected to either update my site or to run or spend time with the family. So I spent.
You schedule it?
I felt like a dick scheduling time with the family.
No. Because or else it doesn't happen. So I'll give you a good example. So there's a report or psychology report we were reading a while back, and they had 3 different sample groups of people. And so they said, hey, you know what? For the next 7 days, just go ahead and report your workouts. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
The next group, they said, hey, go ahead and report your workouts, but also. Just watch this video before you work out every day for the motivation. Right?
Yeah.
The third one was, hey, go ahead and report your workouts, but just before you do that, make sure that you schedule that stuff in your calendar to get that stuff done. So they came back a week later, 2 weeks later, whatever it was. So the first group was like 30%, second group was like 60%. The third group that actually scheduled it got 90% of the workouts done.
So
So the reality is like, as much as you schedule work, you should schedule your personal time, right? Like you said, your calendar is everything. So like same here. Like if I have my daughter's soccer practice,
Well,
you know?
things like that, definitely.
Right.
The kids have anything in school, it goes in the calendar.
Right.
Until my wife worked, because she went back to work, it's in the calendar, and I schedule everything around them.
Right.
I want to give them more attention right now, but that's now because I'm in a new freedom state. I have extra
focus.
Yeah, I just have 12 hours extra, which is weird because I'm doing the exact same thing that I was doing while I was in the military, and I went to work at 7, but I left the house at 6:15, and sometimes I didn't leave work until 5 or 6. And between that, you have to give back to the community. You have to do your physical fitness, and you have to do your professional education. I was doing my master's then family, and then your business.
So how do you flip it around?
I'm loving it now.
Oh, you're retired.
I'm loving it now. I just the things that I don't like to do, like homework, because I'm finishing 2 classes for my master's. I know for a fact that I probably will never use my master's for anything.
Right.
However,
I mean, you're this far, you gotta finish it.
2 classes. I have 2 classes left. But to be honest with you, the like, for example, the class that I'm taking right now is managing global businesses. It's really interesting. It's it's information that probably you and I will not think about. When you do some research on the industry to see if it's fragmented or not, and to see if it's working. Like, for example, by default I went to business services in the homework I was doing. I was like, based on the research, it's not an advice to start a business services company, because you can't make a dent. It doesn't matter what company you can't make a dent in the industry.
Right.
You can't be the authority like even Apple right now.
Right.
So it will be more technology on the side.
Well, yeah, and I would imagine a lot of that stuff is like when I was in college, and I dropped out. I had 4 classes left. I haven't gone back. But all the stuff we learned about was like big, huge, multi-billion-dollar stuff, right? So like, they're saying business services. Yeah, you can't build a multi-billion-dollar company. Like,
trust me, I'm the evil guy in class. So,
right.
So my bachelor's in marketing and public relationship. I did the MBA because the military, for those that don't know, they force you to. If you don't take education, if you don't go to school, it's no bueno. They push you down. So, plus they pay for it.
Right.
So
you might as well.
You're
this far, you just get it.
So I was paying like for my master's out of pocket. I was paying probably like $180 per class, plus books, because that's it.
Well, the books are like $700 each. So
no. I think the most expensive was $300 in books, but But I'm gonna finish these 2 classes, and the next thing is, like I said, is guitar and flying planes.
Oh yeah, good for you.
And golf.
Yeah. Do you have fat fingers? You gotta get the wide finger there.
For guitar?
Yeah, you need wide.
Takes
a little time.
I bought a guitar. I got a case. I haven't. I gotta get it. Adjusted for me. But
it's fun.
Golf, guitar, and
you're in Florida,
and
so
flying planes. So we do direct mail. What was the second one?
I don't know.
We forgot because the whiskey's so good.
I don't know.
Somebody.
I would say, Facebook ads, man. I think everything is like really personal.
Why?
But here's the thing: is like a Facebook ad that, like, for example, my wife's mom does nails. She's a little older. She's 69. She's a little older, and I was like, all right, what can we do to like get you away from that, but do something that maybe is not so difficult, not so hard, or whatever. I'm like, what if you were to clean mansions on the beach? How can we reach those people? So like, maybe we can do Facebook. We could do a video. We could just again, being personal. We could send them a letter, we can send them a video, we could like introduce, da da da. And, but what also too is like, how do we get through a network? Like maybe there's a network effect. Who do we know in that area that can introduce, da da da. I don't know. But I mean, Facebook ads works really well. I mean, we run Facebook ads, it works really well. But for a small business too, it's like.
But Facebook ads, I think for you and I work because we have a system in place that you can handle the traffic. I think Facebook ads is just speed, but for somebody that's starting out, I don't know if that will be the most effective advice.
Maybe not, but you don't know, right? Like you got to find your optimum selling strategy, right? It could be Facebook ads, it could be advertising in the Jewish Journal, it could be doing, ads in newspapers, it could be classifieds. You just don't know. You just got to try a lot of different stuff to figure out what is that strategy to acquire a customer.
So what's the optimum selling strategy?
What is it?
Yeah.
Again, it's finding out, and this is from Mark Ford, from Michael Masterson from Ready, Fire, Aim, but it's, it could be Facebook ads, it could be Google PPC, it could be display ads, it could be advertising in a local journal, it could be writing guest blog posts, it could be all sorts of different channels. You just don't know. You just need to throw it all out there, figure out what's working, and then find what's working and then scale it.
Yesterday I was thinking about Facebook ad in Brooksville just to see, because it's so small. I did Instagram and I'm killing this, like in the top posts. If you look for Brooksville in Hernando Oaks, I'm there. It's just easy. But just to
You're like the man.
No, but
you're like the marketing maven of Brooksville.
But on Instagram is so easily hacked. You most people don't take advantage of the hash.
Yeah, but also, but it all depends, right? Like, are you competing against a global marketplace or a local marketplace? True.
That's true. So, but I was thinking about doing an ad on Brooksville to see if, maybe somebody needs an update on the page or some, just to test the waters out. So when you talk about code loop, you know what?
Hold on, finish it though.
No, well, to all honest, I've used code loop for
5 years.
And yes, I use other software, but no. But the fact is, code loop is really easy.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
So tell them what it is.
How people. So what I love
tell
more.
What call loop is.
No. But what I love more about code loop was when you guys introduced the keyword.
Yeah.
And I think it had helped me. I don't know if I still have it, but so you have this text messaging. You can do broadcast. You can do autoresponders. Broadcast was the main one because I still have credits. I still have like 340 credits, and I think I used some credit the other day, and I sent. But like Chris said, you throw it out there. I think if you haven't tried text messaging, you should give it a shot to call loop, especially if you're in the United.
Let me actually pimp that out. So this is number 3. I think a really good strategy is text to join, right? So if you're a local.
What do you mean text to join?
So that text a keyword, right? So text love to 38470 to collect a number and then collect an actual lead. So
$10 or $15?
15.
$15 for the keyword. Yeah. It's worth it because.
Well, let me give you an example, right? So we have a lot of customers.
Yeah.
We have a lot of customers that use it for text to join, for broadcast, for all sorts of stuff. So we have a lot of customers that use it for text to join because it allows them to capture leads when their potential customers anywhere. So you've probably seen it, you've heard it on the radio. Hey, text love to 384, or text, Miami Herald to blah, 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 whatever it is, right? So if you're a small business And at the point of sale, you can have people text in, hey, to get 10% off, go ahead and text, whatever to this phone number to get 10% off. So when they text that in, you capture the phone number, and you can also use Call Loop to capture an email address or first name or last name.
But I think that's where these entrepreneurs, these newbies are failing, and I see it. And some maybe you or other people are afraid to call them out, and I don't call them out in public, but I see it. You see an ad, and it sucks. They can't track where the sales is coming from. They're not using a keyword that is, like you said, text to these, so they can capture the lead. They're repeating the efforts more and more. So I think in that aspect, Call Loop will solve that issue, especially their marketing text here and there. So they use that to create that strategy. They create that marketing campaign. I'm going to do this for 6 months. I'm going to use Call Loop, let's say for 6 months, and I'm going to use this keyword and see where it goes. And then from that day, then I adjust and regroup and do it again. Who would you think will benefit? Retails will benefit the most?
We have all types of businesses. Yeah, retail, again, you're building a list. Text messages get a 98% open rate. So you compare that to direct mail or compare it to email. So again, building the list, people text in. When you send a text message, you have multiple numbers. So virtually 100% are going to get that text message.
But Chris, the fact is, I don't know if you see this, but I definitely see it. There are still people that they don't have an email list in this year.
Yeah.
So either they don't know, they don't see the value, or they're just stupid.
Well, I mean, you can't teach that, right? Like the master will appear when whatever that quote is, but it will appear when the student's ready. So like a lot of people, like they just don't know. They just don't know what they don't know. That's why they hire guys like you, right? Because like they're busy chopping the onions, and doing all the work and this and that, and like marketing to them.
Just because I'm drinking whiskey, what happened when a guy give an advice to the client? Put the words this way, and then they come back and say, no, follow the client's advice and tell them.
Well, I think like further than that actually gets like prior to even that, the relationship even starting is the positioning of you working with them. So a couple of years ago, we actually created a course called the PH Method. It was a course that taught how to do joint venture brokering, JV brokers. Now, the word broker has a very negative connotation, right? I'm a JV broker, like you're kind of you're a slime ball, right? So, that goes from mortgage brokers to whatever, all the stock brokers, JV broker, just has a very negative name when you say broker. So we said, all right, well, let's turn it into a better name because we need to change the positioning of not the business owner looking down on this broker, like just doing this work, doing tasks, but positioning this person above the business owner as the business owner looking to them for growth, for insight, for advice, for something that they just don't have. So we turned it into a profit coordinator. So what a profit coordinator does is they coordinate profits for the business. So it's the same thing of what they're doing. It's just a different word that now the positioning comes from
copy
them. It's like, hey, listen, I only work with so-and-so clients, and you just position yourself a little bit differently. So like the way that he's viewing you as you're a task guy, you're writing words, you're not like whatever. So like your position needs to shift a little bit as you are providing the value that he just can't do. And the value that you're offering is far greater than just writing words on paper. Anyone can write fucking words on paper, but writing words that help him make more money is your value, is your position. So that's it. He just sees you as a task. So
it's true. Anyway, I'm gonna leave with that. Finish these.
Have a great Friday.
The best day ever.
The best day ever.
Well, I hope you liked that video. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you like about the video, what you didn't like, what video you want me to create next. And as always, My name is Angel Anderson. I hope you're having a fantastic day. The best day ever. See you in the next video. Peace out.